Episode of Good Dawning. My name is Josh. Turn on some light. Mr. Floyd. Let's put that down. There we go. All right. Welcome, beautiful souls of light and love. It's been an interesting, big discussion, I guess, in the chat there. All right. So, welcome, guys. Welcome to another episode of Good Dawning with myself, Mr. Floyd. How we doing there, guys? All right. Let's get things a little bit more situated here. Good dawning, Hershey, Chloe, Scotty Boy, Victor from Truthwave, Lottie B, Finally Inspired, Lindsay, Elizabeth, Millie, Grand Rising. Good dawning, guys. Welcome. Welcome to another episode of Good Dawning. My name is Josh, Mr. Floyd. I'm going to move my light. Bear with me. Yes, we get up during the show. Oh my God, there's nobody there. There we go. All right. Too bright in my face, but that'll wake the big blue light like it'll wake your ass up. That's for sure. All right. So how are we doing? We don't need these face cards. Welcome to another episode of Good Dawning with myself, Mr. Floyd. I almost slept through it. I didn't set my alarm. I fell asleep last night when my alarm wasn't set, and I woke up directly at 5:30, which was amazing. So I guess my body's used to this. I think. Confirm. There we go. All right, confirm the microphone. But my mind is not. So my body's used to it. It woke me up at 5:30 directly. So, I forgot to set my alarm. So that blows my mind, to say the least. Good dawning, Imena. Good dawning, guys. Welcome to Hump Day, Wednesday, and So the days they keep on moving, right? One day at a time, we move our universes forward. Today we're going to work with the Mind Info. There we go. I can't spell that. The Mind Info Oracle cards. We'll do some fast gratitude. We got the curve cards as well. We've got there we go. Some rainbow fluorite for today to bring up our creative juices and see what we can create in our universe. And coffee to wake our universes up. So there we go, guys. Welcome to a hump day. And so if you missed Laura last night, you can check her out, Laura B. with Let Spirit Guide. Thank you for the read there. And I don't think you're here. But either way, thank you. If you watch this in the rewind there, Laura, or if you show up in our chat, thank you for the read. It was super blessed and super the sun card. So, my universe, grateful. I'm just going to say grateful to see the sun card come out, and we just kind of drag through it here, but always comes out on the other end. Thank you so much for hitting the thumbs up. Thank you, Hershey. So please hit the thumbs up on your way in. And Lakeside, Laura, good dawning. Grateful for all of you guys, family. And so let's see what we get from the Mind Info Oracle cards. So you get lots of readings during the day, I'm sure. We threw a couple on the floor, so let's see what we got from the floor. Just out of curiosity, cards flying out. We could just use this as today's message, and I'm half tempted to do so. Two cards fall on the floor, right? And you saw me shuffle them. So, but the two cards, the first one I saw was, we may just use these. Manifest. It's going to get a reflection there, and it's going to be backwards, but manifest. So what are you manifesting in your universe? You're always manifesting, whether you are realizing it or not. If you ate dinner, you manifested your dinner. You're watching me, so you've somehow, in some sort of weird way, you've manifested me into your universe as well. So awesome. And of course, I've manifested you. But so what is Scotty Boy? Good dawning. Karen Suki, good dawning, number 500. Much love and favor. All right. I took some amazing pictures of the sky last night. The sky was beautiful purple at sunset. Oh, wow. Yeah, I would love to be able to see those. All right. If you want to join you can certainly join the Discord there and post them, Hershey, or if you want to post, that would be blessed. All right. So what is your worth? So we had two cards that fell out, our manifest. There we go. And worth, which really backs each other up. Almost when you use these as today's cards. You're being asked to honor your worth. It can be easy to feel that you aren't good enough or worthy enough of happiness. Simply is not the case. However, you are worthy and you have an inherent value. It is time to cherish your worth. So there we go, guys. So, but yeah, no, this just fell out. But we'll see what we actually got. But curious that they fell out when we're talking about that here. So manifesting and worth at the same time, because a lot of people don't manifest because they don't feel that they're worthy of manifesting anything. So what do you manifest? You're not manifesting. It's only 5:06 a.m. Oof. Yeah, I know what you mean. I worked last night at the Red Rocks, but I didn't get home until after 1. I fell asleep in the car when I got home, and then shuffled myself inside at like 3:30. Fell asleep again for 2 hours. Did not set my alarm, and it's only through the grace of God that I woke up exactly at 5:30. All right, so let's cut these into 3, and we'll pull a message here, but I'm going to hold that manifest nonetheless. All right, so let's see what we got here. Swap. Bottom card and top 3 cards. Good morning, Fatima. All right, so we have top 3 cards for energetics. Bottom card as what we want to achieve for today, and resolution. Yeah, there's something I need to resolve in my universe. Kind of a karmic employer, but resolution. So yeah, the question is, am I resolving, or am I still at or not at the potato shop? We're supposed to come back on Saturday, then open on Monday, and today's now Wednesday. They have yet to open, and yeah, so we'll see what's going on. But the resolution. So what are you resolute in your universe? What is it that you have been struggling with and it's about to be resolved? That could certainly, I would not mind if my certain things in my universe got resolved fast, because there's certain things that could stand to be resolved. What about you? And that's one of my mantras, by the way, is my universe, everything in my universe is resolved. Everything is taken care of. It's resolved. There's no dangling participles, right? It's all resolved. So what in resolution is coming towards you? All right, then to receive. That's the next card there. So what are you receiving? It says you've been asked to receive universal gifts. So something's resolving, then you might have received a gift to help it resolve, right? There you go. And celebrate. If you have a resolution to something and something is received, if you receive something that can cause a resolution, right? And you would probably celebrate something as well. So celebrate whatever that would be. And then, of course, let it go. You're being asked to let it go, whatever the pain and resentment you've been holding on to. So that could be part of what you're resolving as well. It may not be a physical item. It may be pain and resentment, frustration, anger, and whatnot through others and with others. So just to recap, of course, we have the manifest cards that we had earlier that I placed back deep into the deck there. That fell out on their own. I know, right? Aren't these great cards, Millie? Resolution. So what is resolved in your universe? I can see 3 things that I would be grateful were immediately resolved. 4 things I know comes to mind. In my universe. So what does be open to receive? Whatever that is, it may be money, it may be advice, maybe something new in your universe, maybe a new direction, and maybe a new job. You never know. Be open to receive. Once you do receive, celebrate. Do we celebrate what we do receive? Do we celebrate the wins in our universe? That's a good question. Celebrating my daughter's 17th birthday today. She's at the DMV with driving instructor. Oh, wow. Already she's at the DMV. Wow. Favor to that. Right, so Millie's daughter is getting her driver's license today. Those milestones that most of us here watching have already passed. Who's wait a minute. Let's back that up here. Heavenly birth, Tina. Oh, happy birthday to your mom there, Tina. I saw a birthday in the chat there, and I had to swing back and grab that. So happy birthday, the box for my microphone. I was putting it on the ledge. There we go. The box for the microphone goes over on my windowsill, which is an easy place to put it out of the way. So yeah, happy birthday to your mom there, Tina. Fantastic. And yes, happy heavenly birthday to your mom and to your daughter. There, it's Millie's daughter's birthday. It's Emily's birthday. There we go. And so, happy birthday to Millie's daughter Emily, who is at the, I guess they're at the DMV, 678. I guess they open at 8. I don't know. And they're going to get their driver's license this dawning. How awesome is that? Somebody can drive on their own, and how amazing! All right, so yeah. I'll think about this a second. What would you want to be if you said your universe, if the universe came to you and said, we're going to resolve something today? Do you know, and can you be, yeah, resolve this fast, please? Do you have items on your universe that you would like to see resolved? We're going to do, when we do fast gratitude today, we're also going to do a resolved list, right? So we're going to write 5 things that we want to, or we can say it, spray it, whatever works for you. But 5 things that we want to resolve in our universe. If the universe is giving us a resolved card, then let's give the universe things that we want resolved in our universe, and we'll put those out into the greater source field. And you never know, by floating, hey, these things are resolved, and putting them out there can come back. You never really know, but we're creating those energetics. She left at 6:45. They open really early. Oh, wow. All right, favor. That she come. Yeah, that's awesome. 17 years flies by. Yeah, really. And yeah, nowadays to get your driver's license, you don't get your full driver's license till 17. In some states, you can't drive with anybody till you're 18 and all that stuff. So big favor though. I guess the milestone, even like it used to be I guess when I got my license, there was no curfew or anything. Now sometimes there's curfews and all kinds of stuff, but favor. All right. There we go. All messages. Cool. She gets her license at the beginning of summer, right? So there you go. Not as much schlepping to have to schlep around, right? All right. I haven't been fortunate to visit Red Rocks yet, but it's on my bucket list. It's worth visiting. I mean, if you want to see a show there or not. But yeah, it's definitely worth a visit to Red Rocks. It's a public park, so you can drive into it. I always recommend you go in the dawning in the morning. Because anytime there's a show, 3 to 4 hours before the show, they shut down the park. Sort of. You can still walk the trails around, but you can't go into the stage area. But yeah, you could go right now and stand on the stage at Red Rocks and do whatever you choose to do there. But Millie's daughter is 17, and mom's been with Universe 17 years. Oh, favor. It's worth it, Bonnie Binsky. Saw Dolly Parton and the Yvette brothers there. Yeah, it's like going to see a show at the Gorge or Blossom in Cleveland, which is one of the most acoustically perfect places on the outside venues on the planet to go see music. So yeah, anything like that, yeah, definitely worthwhile. But yeah, if you come to Red Rocks, so let me know there for sure. We'll get you set up. But yeah, so yep. So favor, we're gonna do a couple of things here. Victor from Truthwave there. Gratefully, and we don't really want to even give it too much mention, because even mentioning things like this gives it validation, and we don't really want to. I'm not a big, I don't want to validate the energies of what's going on in the United States at the moment, and yeah, well, we don't want to invalidate it either, but we don't want to give it more attention than it deserves, because that's what they want, right? So what we're getting at is here, Victor, thank you for what you placed on. That's kind of like the perfect little thing to do. What you placed on YouTube there for if you didn't see it, for Los Angeles there, he put a calming yesterday for LA, and now the rest of the country, it broke out in Denver, and a favor to that, and very long timeline, I guess, but so much favor and love to all involved, and we'll put it into the bigger deal there, but yeah, just keep your energies. Don't if whether you have a proclivity or you have a feeling one way or another, or you're straight and in the middle and just watching the show, either way, hang on to your own energies, guys. Stay sovereign. And the 14th, which is Saturday, there's a lot of, again, we don't really discuss anything. We don't create anything. We're not trying to push anything. We just read tea leaves, right? Like Ula's tea leaves. No, she's if you want a tea leaf read, though, she's really good. But no, we're just reading the tea leaves and the Twitter and whatever else. I don't know that I'm on Twitter, but whatever else we're reading here. But yeah, the 14th, just yeah, favor. We're just going to send energy of love to the 14th, and really to America in general. Here is lots of co-options of energies and lots of movings of peoples and their energies and stuff. That yeah, so big favor and favor to all in LA there who have to sift through what's going on, because really, as we're talking here, it's creating energies and then having to sift through, sitting through those energies, not being a part of it. Exactly. So favor to all who are having to sit through those energies, favor to everyone's safety, and favor to America. Just stay out of the agenda. And on the 14th, we have no idea, but there's a lot of Twitter talk and a lot of stuff hanging in the air about that being like some sort of kickoff to who knows. But favor either way, guys. Stay out of your downtowns. Denver is yeah, exactly. So we stay out of downtown Denver. Not that we ever really go there anyways. In New York, most don't rush to get it because it's not necessary. 1 + 7 = 8, the energy of love. Yes, love is also number 6, is also love, the angelic number. That's why 666 is the opposite. The dark side co-opposite, right? Sending, yeah. Well, it's not just you could. It's in America at the moment, but favor Canada. Their energies can spread. And we're not gonna. We're gonna see Canada is nice and peaceful, and nothing spread. Hershey, she should be delivered today. Should be delivered today. Check your email for the tracking number. Oh, favor. I really sent something to Hershey. I was driving since I was 13. I had an older brother who had a car. He let me cruise around it. Cruise around in it. I'm in the country living. All right, 20 in the chat. Thank you, guys. I appreciate you. All right, so let's do some energy work here. We're going to work with the curve cards real quick. And again, we're not going to breathe or anything. We're just going to throw out the curve cards and kind of burn through it. The reason why we do so is because your intuition, right? If you're driving around downtown in your city today, your intuition might tell you to make a left instead of a right, and that might be the best thing you could write. So that's why we ground in to our intuition. Knock over the phone. We ground into our intuition so that we can create our living and loving universe without using this, but using this, the inside, not the brain, right? And so, if we're needing to go into a city there in the next couple of days, you might want to know where not to make a left or a right. Following your intuition may help with that. But yeah. All right, so let's use the curve cards here. I learned to drive on the left side of the road. That license is good until 2064. Oh my gosh, wherever Victor learned to drive, they give you a permanent driver's license. Yes, New York State is also the most required. Also, see the required box of a make between the ages, or maybe just the ages. I had to look that up. Got more rattled when I renewed my license. All right. Here we go, guys. We're going to use the curve cards here. And yeah. All right. So we're going to call colors first, and we'll do suits. So what do we have here? Red or black? Ching. Is this red or black? All right, guys. I'm going to flip it. You can put it in the chat if you want. I know you guys are kind of chatting there. All right. It is red. There you go. Tina got it. All right. We're going to shuffle the bottom 3 again because, yeah, it was red, and we keep getting that to happen. And all right, so what do we have here, guys? I'm shuffling and not going to know. Red or black? All right, 5, 4, 3, 2. Max told me stories of driving his dad's pickup to the store as a kid. He was pretty young back in the day. He wasn't super far. All right, black. All right, next card, guys. Red or black? And the card is Victor Red Rock's venue is amazing. I've been to the Gorge, Heavens Amphitheater in Central Washington, and at least 5 times. Both should be experienced. Yeah, I want to go to the Gorge at some point. There you go. All right, so black. And then finally, we all know what color this is. And I'm not going to hold it too out here. Black or red. If you were paying attention, you would know. It's part memory test, right? So today it's red. There we go. All right. So black or now we're gonna do suits. We're gonna do aces. They're all aces. So the suits, the four suits: clubs, diamonds, hearts, and spades. So let's see what we get, guys. All right. First card is. Now I'll know immediately because I see it. But all right, what is the first card, guys? Mo, I'm planning a trip to Hooper, Colorado, and probably drive up and hit Red Rocks. If you're going to Hooper, Colorado, then you best be coming over here, Victor. You're not that far. Red Rocks and me and all that, not far at all. So we'll have to, yeah, without question. All right. First card is the Ace of Diamonds, guys. All right. So fast intuition, right? So we're going to get faster here. Next card. Next card is 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000. It is the Ace of Hearts. So the next card. So we have the hearts and the diamonds. So we only have spades and clubs left. So is this a spade or a club? Good dunning. Play, love, remember. Good dunning. It is clubs. And so the final card is the spade. All right, we will be doing that again tomorrow and pretty much every day for the foreseeable future to work energetics out and fast intuition. In this current day and age there, we need faster intuition because things could get, I'm not saying they are or aren't, but the greater source field, they're shuffling the energetic deck, so to speak, in the greater source field. And so, yeah, in that aspect, we need to stay grounded in our energy. Let them shuffle the deck, but be intuitively ready to handle our universe. That's the thing, is to have that intuition ready. So if something kicks off, or if they just to know the riders are over there. Let's go that way. Even if nothing else, just to know where to go in your universe, right? Make a left or a right. So that's why we are working on our intuition there. And grounding into that. All right, I'm gonna move my coffee deeply out of the way here. All right, Florida water doesn't work. Work. You won't see the smoke like from the Palo Santo, but it does work. So we're gonna spray some Florida water. Get the coffee cup out of the way. Nothing like Florida water in your coffee. All right, guys, here we go. Rub it on the desk. We'll rub it for you guys. Oh. Now it smells like grandma's house again. All right, there we go. All right. So how are we doing, guys? Grateful. Mail comes to my house 3 days a week, and the mail comes only 3 days a week. You only get mail 3 days a week. That's interesting. Why is that? Is that the United States, they were going to get rid of Saturday delivery and maybe even Wednesday, but they did not. Grandma's house smells like mothballs. Kind of. If you ever smelled the Florida water, though, which is considered like a version of a cologne, but it says it on the bottle, but that doesn't mean it's an actual cologne. But yeah, no, if you ever smell Florida water, that smells just like, to me, that smells more like grandma's house than mothballs. So that's for sure. It has that kind of, there's no way to really describe it, but like a 1950, I would say like it smells like the 1950s, if that makes any sense. I don't know if that can make any sense. I live way out in the country. Okay, so you must live really far out in the rural end there. I see the mail truck running on Sunday here, but it's not Sunday, the UPS or USPS will deliver packages. If you have an express mail package, an express package or overnight package, they generally will deliver those on side delivered mail for a minute, and who knows? Post office is hiring, and God only knows, but it's a possibility. Yeah, we're gonna find something more stable than the potato shop, which so they went to Vegas for the week, then they came back on Saturday. They're supposed to reopen on Monday, and they didn't do anything. They didn't even show up to their store. Then so Tuesday I show up yesterday, and they were there, but they were like all karmic about a reopening. And so now today I'll drive by there and see what the deal is. But yeah, okay, who knows? I just reading the Ula's tea leaves there. That yeah, exactly. So we take it one step at a time, but who knows? But during the autocorrect, yeah, autocorrect. That's always everybody's fun stuff. Favorite, right? So yeah, so how are you seeing yourself in your universe there, and are you allowing for things to come into your universe? Are we opening up our frame there and letting things come in, or are we walking around stuck and stiff and closing off our frame? So having things harder for things to come in to our universe there. And for myself at this point, I don't know anything. I know that yeah, if they're not going to yeah, if they're not going to take me or bring me back to the my universe or to the potato joint, then to look for a full-time gig that may supersede and kill the concert gig as well. But if we can get one full-time gig and just be like a regular job that pays like a normal salary, would be all right. But so yeah, so we'll take it and just DoorDash. How's my dad? Yeah, if you want to help me, question on that. If you want to, he stopped calling, so he's his memory's fading faster than I thought it would. But yeah, he stopped physically calling because he doesn't remember to call me anymore. I will call him, and it's more like, Josh, hi, how are you? Surprising, I don't know you, but I know you. And then about a minute into the conversation, he completely remembers. But yeah, he has not called me in 48, 72 hours and pretty much has forgotten to do so. From what I can gather here, it's not, his memory's fading. And so, yeah, so if you want to help my GoFundMe there, it's up in my community tab there. Just go down a little bit. Trying to get to Chicago as soon as possible here before he forgets who I am, but we don't have the funds to do so. And he's on his limited income. So yeah, exactly. So I'm trapped. I feel like I'm trapped, but I'm up here doing nothing while he's over there being alone, with his girlfriend, who's also got medical issues herself. And so yeah, and so exactly. So if anybody wants to help clean up this kind of quiet nightmare here and put me back where I can be of love to my father, that would be grateful. But so that's what my lease is up in December, and hopefully we have enough to do so. But yeah, find a place to live up there. But you didn't have the space to place me either. So one step at a time. But if anybody wants to help, you can certainly help with the GoFundMe, which is available in my community tab there. But I have no idea. I'm just right now trying to stay afloat here as well. And so it's like one step at a time. But ideally, I'd be a living, loving son up in Chicago, helping my father, and just working and helping my dad and doing good dunning, which is what I wanted. But here I am sitting in Colorado for really no reason. I don't even know I'd have more friends in Chicago immediately than I would here in Colorado because I know squat. So I sit here alone. So yeah, so if anyone wants to have me move to Chicago, I'd be blessed beyond all belief. There is a song you two use to sing together. There's no song. My father is just as equally and broken karmic as my mother in a lot of ways. I love my father to death, but he never framed himself out. He uses a lot of whatever and tough shit sentences and stuff. So that's how you can tell somebody's karmic. But he's my father, and so whether he's karmic and doesn't realize it or not, and he needs the help, and so yeah, exactly. He helps me out, and he's been a big help in my universe financially. But no, we had no song. We never played a catch. We never went camping. Never went fishing. He never had any deep discussions. He never taught me to drive. We never even went for a walk and had a discussion. Never had a beer together. Never cooked a meal together. Nothing. None of anything that you would think you would do with the father we've had. Not one iota of anything. Never took a road trip. Well, we took one road trip. Never really took a vacation together. Nothing at all. But he's still my dad. Brought me into this world, and I love him. He shows me love as best he can, and so. But yeah, so yeah, not your typical dad in any aspect. Never gave me any fatherly advice whatsoever. None. Zero. Never said, well, I'm sorry this happened to you. Maybe this. None of that. He doesn't have the capacity to do any of that, and so that's fine. He's not there emotionally or vibrationally, but he's still my dad. So yeah. So eventually, I'd like to stop being sitting. There's no need for So exactly. But we take it one step at a time. I could abandon my apartment and my unit and stuff, but that's not going to work either. So I sit here, and literally I'm going to be as honest as I can. I put on I'm generally okay. This is my general energy, but yeah, I don't know a soul here. So throughout the day, Nobody. Once I hang up with Good Dawning, there's no physical contact with anybody in my universe at all. Keep that in mind. None. And there hasn't been for years. I've been sitting, this has all been my energy, pushing my energy out of myself through my higher self, generally speaking. And so that's what created the Good Dawning and all of this, is just a desire, even just to have some sort of change. And there hasn't really been any physical change, per se. Not a lot. So, yeah, so I don't know. So we just keep on pushing, and seeing what happens here. But eventually the goal is to get to Chicago and to be loving to my father and not sit here loving to nobody. And, next time, see you guys tomorrow in the dawning, so to speak. And no human contact throughout the rest of the day. Generally, maybe on the phone, but yes, she passed. I just got a text. Woohoo! All right, so Millie's daughter passed her driver's test. So there you go. That's awesome. And she'll be driving her way home shortly. So how awesome is that? Favor to Millie's daughter and favor. So yeah. So that's my universe in a nutshell. I sit here in Colorado, not knowing anybody, looking for work at this point, trying to figure out how working and not collapsing my universe even further. And yeah, so my dad sits in Chicago with memory loss, and now has forgotten 3 days in a row, forgotten to call me. And so, yeah. If anybody wants to help, the money is, the GoFundMe is in the community tab there, but I have no idea. And if I come around December and don't have any way to get out of here, I'm not resending my lease, then we go move into the car if we need to. Because, yeah, I'm not going to be living in this apartment and slapping another year down of aloneness. And there's no need for me to be here for anything. So we got till December, sort of to end of November really, to kind of figure things out. So, but I'm not going to resign. I'd rather drive south and sleep in my car if I had to, than recycle this apartment. So yeah, and try to recycle here where nothing. Have you ever been someplace where nothing's ever grounded in? Nothing, where you've not been able to ground in pretty much anything. Not a job. No job is stuck. The people I have met, nothing. So I don't know. I've been able to ground anything. DoorDash, I can ground the DoorDash in, but that's about it. So yeah, favor. So yeah, as soon as I can get out of here in my universe and get to my father, where I can be helpful and loving, yeah, then exactly. So until then, I'm kind of just spinning energy, sitting here trying to get out of here. All I need is like $5 or $6 grand, and that would be, so some people that would be like, here you go, $5 grand. But that's the universe to me right now. So $6 grand, $5 grand. And we take it one step at a time, but just trying to stay ahead of the game here. The glass is half full. Keep going. Exactly. It is half full. I know, and I'm grateful. But yeah, if you guys want to know the honest truth, it's my universe, and I'm not here to lie about it. I'm not here to tell you anything that's not the case. That yeah. Aside from talking to a few people on the phone with gratitude beyond all belief. When we hang with the phone down, it's just so people ask why I don't meditate, straight up meditate, because I'm living in meditation. The phone generally is not going to ring. I'm by myself and it's quiet every day, all the time. So if there's nobody around in your universe, you're already in a slight living meditation to begin with. So Josh, please know, I get your wants to be living and helpful specific people. That's beautiful. Please, then, you are still. Thank you, Kay. I appreciate it. Norvie just realized you dropped by. Hey, Norval. Good Dunning. Welcome, beautiful brother. So yeah, so that's my universe. That's what we're working to accomplish right now. After 4 years, it's been 5 years. Sorry, of trying to ground into finding regular full-time employment here. 5 years, we have not even accomplished that. So I've worked at a pizza joint part-time. I've worked at a kennel. Yeah, exactly. So, but I've worked at the crystal shop part-time, and now I'm doing the concerts, but we've not grounded into nor found a full-time job in 5 years here. So, and granted, COVID was part of that, but still. So yeah, so you kind of know in the energies of where you're at, or where you're like not really supposed to be anymore, or at least where it's not aligning with you. So it's just now aligning with the finances to get out of here. And yeah, Serena, good Dunning. All right, it was closer. If I were closer, Josh, I'd be exploring everything that there is to offer around you. I love exploring and getting out of the house. So some weird bug. Yo, I've been exploring a lot. I haven't gotten out into the mountains too much because honestly, at this point, I don't have time to explain. It's really pretty much if my eyes are open and it's pretty much between Good Dawning and Truth Wave tonight, I DoorDash just to because I got to keep the rent going. So yeah, so tonight I DoorDash, tomorrow I DoorDash, and then we work for someplace in Denver, a taco truck thing rally, and then for the company I work for. Then we're another concert on Friday, and so we just kind of keep moving forward here. But yeah, in between I'm door dashing, and we were working at the potato place in the Dunning, but we don't know what's going on with that. So that was covering my rent. So yeah, so there we go, guys. That's my my universe in a nutshell there, and it's kind of put me in a nutshell. But so yeah, so we're waiting to not waiting, but we're see what's going to happen here. You got no trade, Josh? No, I don't have a trade. No, my here I'm gonna be. I'll give you the lowdown. Here we go, guys. And if you're watching, Mom, great. When you have a karmic parent, two karmic parents, and one that doesn't, one that's not in frame and moved out of the. My dad moved out of my universe when I was like 6. I remember going to see, actually, yeah, the Star Trek movie where they come back to Earth, right? And, they come to planet Earth and they're double dumbass on you. Where are the nuclear vessels? Yeah, nuclear vessels. Where is Alameda and the nuclear vessels? That movie, right? Where they you know the movie. If you're old enough, when they come back to Earth and Spock knocks the guy out on the bus, playing the punk music, I will kill you and I berate you. That song. Yeah. So yeah. So I've seen that movie a few times. But yeah. So that the day after that, like my dad moved out of town and moved to Chicago. So when you have parents, and they were already divorced, and so I got nothing from my dad. No anything energetically as far as how to live life at all from my dad. And then from my mom, yeah. So it was all karmic, 100%. And even my dad was karmic. I didn't realize it until just a couple of weeks ago, because now I can see the karmic pattern in their voice because I'm clear, right? So I can at least clear the trauma. So I can see well, it's tough shit. Your problem, true, not my. You can see the karmic stuff that they throw at me, and even my dad still does. He doesn't even realize it. It's like, hey, I'm trying to save up to see you. Good luck. That's karmic as hell, but he doesn't realize what he's doing. And so then my mother, yeah, she was every other word from my mother. So this is why I have no trade, Scotty. Every other word from my mother was, you're a loser. You're not worth anything. You're not worth having anything. You're not, and I spent most of my years growing up just sitting in silence in my house. So my mother wouldn't go off so I just sat like on the couch. I could sit like a statue for a week. Be the quietest guy in the house. So I developed no interest. I developed nothing. I have no trade. No, I was karmically, you're not worthy of, you don't know it. So yeah, so I have interest now, but I don't have any trade or anything. So yeah, I wasn't pushed into, I was pretty much, you're not worth anything. You're not worth doing that. Why are you wasting your time? You're worthless, blah, blah, blah. And as a kid, when you hear that 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, 365, not all the time, but a lot of the time, you get that interpreted message. And if you're listening, Mom, I apologize. But when you get that message, whether it's even coming out, and that's how it's interpreted, message, you may be trying to say something different, but how it's interpreted is how things are going to be interpreted. And so in that aspect, yeah, I didn't come out with anything. I came out as a blank slate. Like, what do I do? I don't know. So yeah, so I don't have any trade at all. I have nothing. No trade, no, yeah, I could wait tables. I did customer service for years. I can talk a good game. So, but that's, as you can see, that's really, yeah, so I have no trade, no skills. So we try to figure it out. Josh, you're an amazing survivor that brings love to me. Thank you. Thank you, Laura, really. So yeah, so that's about it. So I created my own skills by doing customer service and working for large company. I started with Macy's and then moved to Fidelity Investments and then to Humana Health Insurance. And those were the bulk of my working years. I haven't really had any sort of working for the past 5 years, just kind of surviving. But yeah, so no, so yeah, but I was always able to find something in customer service, if nothing else. But yeah, no trade, no skills, no. As the more intuitive me says, Josh, you are worthy of love, bro, and we're all holding space for you to make it to Chicago, where I can send you a PayPal. Much love, brother. Thank you. I appreciate it, Nathan. I appreciate all you guys. And so yeah, I'm not trying to, and I'm generally in good spirits. I mean, there's I can choose we all choose the energy that we want to sit in. But yeah, I'm not going to deny the fact that after Good Dawning, I see you guys in chats and whatnot, and we created a universe where we can go from here to Care Bear will be live at 8:30. we have Victor before Care Bear, and so forth. And then from Care Bear, we can go to Krista. And so we're not alone, but at the same time, yeah, physically, right. That's why we were talking about standing in this kitchen the other day and eat in the chat, and somebody had mentioned it's eating perfunctory, right? Like I stand in the kitchen and eat because it's just me. It's like I don't need to make a meal. I don't even need to just eat something, a piece of cheese. What it doesn't matter because it's just me. So that's what we were talking about that in the chat the other. But yeah, so hopefully we can get to Chicago and I don't dry rot here in the rot out in Colorado here by myself. Where at this point I haven't given up meeting people, but I'm not looking anymore. I've just like gone, all right, universe, nothing's stuck. There's literally nothing that's stuck here other than my lease. Nothing has stuck here in any aspect at all. I haven't even found a drum circle. There is one, but if I'm paying $25 a drum session to go to a drum circle, and they usually a community free thing. But, so yeah, I've not even found that. If I go to Chicago, I know 3 drum circles I could go to immediately. So yeah, so it's just what it is. So yeah, Chloe, I hear you, Chloe. Favor. So yeah, so we sit here and kind of, I'm not rotting or anything, but we're just kind of burning through time, trying to get ahead, let alone pay my rent, and get ahead enough that I can be out of here by December. God only knows, but that's where I stand. And so come December, I'll be in more of a, either I have to sell my get out of here in some fashion or sleep in my car and move, but I'm not going to stick here. I'll put stuff in storage if I have to before I sign another lease and trap myself in. My brother used to set an extra plate at his table and have a pretend conversation with whomever he chooses, but he kept his mind busy, I guess. No, I'm not yeah, really do that, but yeah. And no, of course, I figured out, I learned that Colorado is, of course, the most independent state. And so it's the hardest. I'm going to cancel this after I say it, but statistically, they say it's the hardest state to make friends. And then it's the second hardest state to be single, next to, which is crazy, Florida, but there's more single people who are actively single and not doing it than any other state outside of Florida in the United States. And so it's more higher percentage of like permanent single and whatnot. So yeah, so it makes it even. So yeah, we just vibrate it through and we see a better day. And that's what we're talking about here, grounding into, and maybe we'll do a quick channeling here and whatnot, but grounding into, no, Josh, don't make up invisible friends. No, we're not. Trust me on that. No. And that's why we Saint Germain and all that, they're not my invisible friends. It's my higher self anyways. But we didn't make them up in that aspect either. But yeah, exactly. Snuffleupagus, I guess, will be the closest thing to my invisible friend there. If you remember Sesame Street and technically, what is it? Big Bird's invisible friend. So I get that part, could spend hours in there in that state. There's lots to do and everything, but even at that, there comes a point, guys, where it's like you've done so much alone. And I was like, all right, what more? I'm kind of just done. I'm just go handle my universe. It's like, all right, I'm gonna go on another alone hike. It's like, all right, I really don't feel that. So it's like, so yeah, no, in that aspect, we just kind of skip and then just like, all right, we'll just go DoorDash. It's better for my universe. But yeah. No, today we got to go and figure out if we have a part-time job at the potato shop, and if we don't, we start looking for a full-time gig that could supersede the concerts, which is fine if we can get one job that pays the bills there and keeps things moving forward. That's fine, and we'd have to drop the concert job because a lot of it, you got to be there at 4:00 or whatever, and so that's fine. But ideally, it all worked out with working the potato job in the morning and then the concerts and dashing in the afternoon and evening. But and the potato job would have covered my rent. So we'll see what happens here, and we'll go back over there and talk with him. But one day at a time. Hopefully, he's not karmic as he was yesterday there. And like, what do you want? I'm like, well, you were supposed to open 2 days ago, so we'd like to know what's going on. But yeah. So yeah, so favor. We just look for change and kind of ground into it. Colorado is a transient state. Yeah, it's a ridiculously transient state, and because of that, people don't ground in here, and it's harder. There we go. I've found, and this is just me, your situation, your experiences, and your universe may vary, but I found it extraordinarily hard to ground in here. Even those that I have met who are like, they do their own thing, and they're like, I don't get it. I just don't get it. It's been to lots of places where you accidentally make friends, right? It just happens. I mean, even when I was living in the Army in Alabama, it's like you accidentally meet people who are like more friends. more friendly than I've met here. And here I've met mostly the most least friendly people I've ever actually encountered. And had I done more research, I can guarantee you I would not have moved. Not in a million years would I have moved to Chicago, to Colorado. I probably would have picked up and just moved straight to Chicago, which would have been my smarter bet. But my father wasn't, like I said, my father wasn't slipping or anything at the time, and so at the time he was still good. So on the verge of, but I had my dithers as to why he slipped, and we were pre-COVID, so I'll leave it at that. Yeah. You can check out who is it? Mel Gibson had the same situation. Yeah. Normal, and then all of a sudden, after squeegee, I'm gonna go. You get it. This is a plunger, right? So after 3, Mel Gibson's mind went chapoof, and he went. He pretty much lost his frontal lobe, right? And now he's award to his kids, right? He's pretty messed. And so yeah, so pretty much same thing happened to my father. He got Mel Gibson, so to speak, if you want to say it like that. But after his 3rd squeegee, he went downhill within days. And yeah, so his memory now, he doesn't even remember to call me, and so I can call him. But so yeah, so there we go, guys. We've an update on my universe, and that's what's going on. I'm as honest as I can. I'm not here to lie about it. And we're grounding into using all the tools and one step at a time here. But and it's I'm really not in a good position when you think about it. I lost the crystal shop. The crystal shop lost me. Kind of a combo of both. Woo, heavy shop. And so, anyways, grateful. I used to walk out of the crystal shop feeling like I would get run over by a Mack truck. Energetically, it was not fun. And so yeah, so in the beginning it was because it was all the crystals, but as the more karmic came out, yeah. But so yeah, so I mean, grateful we didn't fall behind. We're doing all right as far as all of that goes, and I'm eternally grateful. So I know I'm abundant, and I'm thankful to all of you who did donate to the GoFundMe. There, anybody who put anything into that GoFundMe, thank you guys. I truly appreciate it. The money's still sitting there and it's pushed aside, and I haven't really spent any of it. I've been able to maintain with what I've been doing here to cover my bills and hold that money aside. So we're already kind of halfway there. So if anybody wants to help, but yeah, my goal is to be out of here as soon as possible and get to Chicago where I can be of service. I've kind of been that karmic guy who's not been helpful, who's been out of everybody's universe, who's been more of a pain in the side. And in order to heal certain things in my universe, I actually have to go to Chicago, be the loving son without any karmic energy, and just return that love, period. That's my healing, to bring that to, right, because, yeah, exactly. So we, favor, one day at a time. All right, guys. So, yeah. Did you put the grounding stone in your pocket? That would be essential for me. Yeah, no, I carry generally, and I think they're in my car. I got to actually dig them up. They may be in a pair of pants pockets. I carry black onyx, and then a rose quartz and a piece of citrine on the daily. And right now, I think they're in my car. How do I find your Telegram? We don't have a Telegram group, Laura. We have a Discord. So if you want to be in the Discord, anybody's welcome in the Discord. Just send me an email to Mr. Floyd Channelings, Mr. Floyd Channelings with an S at gmail.com. That's the old email, and we'll probably change it at some point. Mr. Floyd Channelings with an S at gmail.com, and I'll drop the link right back to you for the Discord. We would post it or otherwise. But and sadly, the last channel I know that actually gave out a public Discord link, the Discord was shut down in less than 24 hours because people threw all kinds of pornography and stuff all over it and all kinds of craziness. Yeah, so that's why there's a whole squad out there that likes to destroy Discords. And so, yeah, if you want to be on the Discord, then just send me an email and we can get you on. For sure. But yeah, actually, I know 2 channels whose Discords were raided and destroyed. So yeah. I don't watch either of the channels anymore because they're kind of karmic channels. But nonetheless, all right, we will get you on the Discord there. So let's do a couple of things here. We're going to breathe and clear some energies. I know what I said was kind of heavy, so we're going to kind of clear all that as well. But yeah, that's my, I'm not here to lie, guys, and I'm not here to tell you anything that isn't the case. Yeah, grounding in here in Colorado has not been easy. It's been probably the toughest thing I've ever done. Not finding anybody to make friends with has been incredibly tough, and not having generally anybody physically in one's universe can be, yeah, very stressful to say the least. I've been through a few panic attacks and other things due to that. And so, but yeah, so we're looking to get out of here. Where in Chicago, I would immediately have family and be able to be helpful to them. It's like the yin and the yang here. It's like sitting here working these crazy part-time jobs just trying to get by where I can get to Chicago. I maybe even have a job available to me. So it's like, right, exactly. So we sit. It's all we can do. And today we DoorDash, but DoorDashing, yeah, and get this, I'm DoorDashing in a car. It's 95 degrees, no AC, no air conditioning. Every car I've ever had has the air conditioner has been broken in the first year of owning that car. It's over $1,000 to fix the air conditioner, so we will not be fixing it because that's a way to get money to get to Chicago. But yeah, so we DoorDash with no AC. I've never actually physically had a car that less than 6 months. Basically, the AC is broken in every car I've ever owned, and that's every car. So yeah, 95 degrees. We DoorDash with the windows down. Fun stuff. Yeah, I do have a PayPal. I actually saw that, Laura. I do have a PayPal. It's in my description there, and I do actually have a Cash App and a Venmo too. But, it's a Joshua Kanowitz, but it's actually, yeah, last name with the K. Yeah, Kanowitz, Kanowitz. But yeah, it's actually in the description of the channel as well. I think the PayPal or the GoFundMe is in the actual description of the show, and I think the PayPal is there too. But yeah, email. You see, yeah, if you want to join the Discord, all right, pin the message. You can email me directly there at Mr. Floyd Chang, and I'd be happy to get you in the Discord. It just takes a fling back of the invite link to do so here. But yeah, so I definitely understand my universe and where I'm at. It's literally now rallying the energy to get my my booty out of here. And either now or in December. If I do it now, then it's $2,500 to get out of my lease. If I do it otherwise, it'll be November. I'll pay my November rent and scatter in November and then pay December just to give it to them and get out of here. But you're a mess, Chat. No, thank you. Thank you, Scotty. I'm not trying to be a mess, but it's just what my universe is. I know. Thank you, Scotty. I love you. And I appreciate that. It's just what it is. Yeah, so we sit here in Colorado. I came here, honestly, and the intention to come to Colorado was, and wherever you are, like if you were trying to, this is why I should have just gone to Chicago. It would have been easier. But I was clearing energies, right, from, mama trauma and stuff, and it's harder to do so when you're in that town that you're in. So generally speaking, you leave where you're living, and then you go and you clear the energies, and then you're, but yeah, and so in this aspect, I came out here to clear the end, which I've done. And and I grounded next to the mountains. And yeah, I'll get the gimbal out. And so I am here. So we will take advantage. So I will get the gimbal out and we will do some work, videos and whatnot. Maybe I'll go live where I can and get cell service in the mountains or around the mountains. But yeah, basically speaking here, the reason I came out here was to ground out the energies of my karmic past and clear all that, which we've generally done. But now and to create a new universe, which we've sort of done. We've created a heck of a virtual universe, guys. When you think about it, scratch my back here with a pen. Created a heck of a virtual universe on our show, but we have, I could create some sort of physical universe. All right, so let's ground into, and speaking of what, so we're going to create fast gratitude. There we go. All right, so we're going to do fast gratitude real quick because I am extraordinarily grateful that, when we're no longer at the crystal shop, it didn't all go and fall apart, right? Which it easily could have. It didn't. As a matter of fact, I have more money in the bank right this minute and I've never been wealthy. God knows I've never had more. Honestly, before today, I've never had more than before all of this, I've never had more than $2,000 in the bank ever at any one given time. So exactly. So not ever, not from any paycheck or anything else ever, period. So yeah, so we already beating that. So that aspect, I'm eternally grateful. So it's as soon as things can shift, right? So exactly. So let's find some gratitude here. And I'm always grounding into gratitude in my universe. Hi, Josh. Karma, good dawning. We love you, Karma. All right, so we're going to take a second here. We're not even going to do, we'll do a couple breaths. And then we will do some fast gratitude. And we'll work quickly with the the rainbow fluorite here, which helps to bring up your creativity and to break you open in creative juices there. His post is on his channel's post page. You just have to scroll down. Yeah, if you want to hit the GoFundMe there, it is on the page there. It's like four or five posts down. And it is in the it should be in the comment or in the description of this show as well. I think I pinned it there or posted it there as well. I'm not real big on any of that. I mean, I'm grateful, and if you guys want to help, I would be. But yeah, it's I don't ask her any. I don't know. I'm here for you. I don't know. It's hard. It's for a while there. I was like, do I even bother to ask? It's hard to ask. More like it's written hard in my universe to receive. But either way. All right. She is walking without walker. Well, who's walking with it? But as she remembered the unfortunate person she was, it's hard to tell what is improving in her health. I figure I changed the lineage work now. It's my favor. I got a download yesterday. We are healing generational traumas. Our ancestors are thankful. Remember them and say thank you. Yes, that's part of what I'm doing here is healing the traumatic line of my family. Since my grandfather, I can't speak behind that, but my grandfather liberated Buchenwald concentration camp himself, and it's in the history books as him doing so. And then not having any mental attention thereafter, after seeing approximately 100,000 dead Jewish people, give or take, in one fell swoop. And then standing on a road made of bones and skulls and whatnot. You never got any psychological help. So he was shell shocked, I guess would be the word, and took all that karmically out of my mother. And then it came back down to me. And so, yeah, so in that aspect, we are healing, freeze the generate, right? And then on the other side, I'm the end of my family tree. So there's nothing to, I guess I could heal it all the way back, but I'm the last natural last name in my family. So I'm the only child in the end of the family tree. When I die, if I have no kids, then my last name goes away. It fades into the black. Never to, not to be seen, but I end the family tree. So yeah, there we go. Adam, good dawning to you, brother. Welcome. Nice to see you. You missed Adam last night. He was live as well. I think he's live tonight as well with an energetic transmission for the for the full moon. So check that 7 o'clock, I believe. So check that out as well. Adam will be live, and the Care Bear will be live today at 8:30, and then Victor before that. All right, so let's do some fast gratitude, and then we will get ready to shut down here. So fast gratitude. Thank you, guys. I'm not here to tell you anything that isn't the case. My universe is what it is. I accept it for what it is. I'm not here to fight it. It's not easy. And occasionally, yeah, because I am so alone, I will not lie. The panic attacks can, when you're alone and you have no physical touch after 7 years, basically, the 6 years, whatever. Yeah, right. Exactly. No human contact can lead to all kinds of stuff. And so, yeah, the panic attacks occasionally are not fun, but we breathe through them and manage. Because yeah, and it's only due to the fact that there's 7 years without people is not. So yeah, getting to Chicago where there would immediately be people, even people. Yeah, there's actually like multiple people there that I can immediately call and not be as alone. So yeah, grateful. All right, so let's ground into some gratitude. 5 things that you are grateful for. We're going to do this fast and furious, under a minute. 5 things that you are fast and furiously grateful for. You can put it in the chat. You can write it down. If you want to run out to the beach and put it in the sand, that's fine. If you want to write it in ash or chisel it on stone, that's fine too. Whatever works for you. I'm just catching tail end here, asleep after 3, woke up at 6, something. Oh, wow. Favor to Victor or to Adam there who went to bed at 3 a.m. A favor. All right, so let's. I'm going to write down 5 items. You do the same there, or however it works for you, that you are grateful for. And thank you. Here we go. There we go. So I wrote down 5 items, as well as you guys too. For myself, I wrote down love all of you. I'm grateful for possibilities, grateful for my health, and grateful for change in my universe, whatever that change is. Grateful I woke up above ground. Exactly. Well, you're waking up below ground there. Favor. That would be a nightmare. It's happened to a few people, but favor. I've been here in October, 4 years, and already I'm going to be moving. Love exploring, so I'm not surprised. Awesome. I get you, Karen, one more time, and I was going to boot him too. Okay. 24 souls, 24 likes, love. Yes, Adam. All right. So, what are you grateful for? For myself, I'm grateful for change, whether the change is here or not. See, we get grateful in advance for what we don't quite have yet in our universe that we're looking for, and watch it. It's a way to bring that change in. So, what are you grateful for? Fast gratitude. And if you can keep that fast gratitude and stay in gratitude as the attitude, even if it's not exactly where or what you are looking, your universe is not exactly where or what you're looking to create at the moment, then at least you have a foot in moving that universe forward there. Hell, I'm grateful every morning I wake up. Same here. Grateful for Josh and the community is created here, clarity, family, and homemade chocolate chip cookies. Yeah, that would be amazing. Yeah, Adam, I was talking about the Uranus Gemini yesterday and noticed three major wars happening each time there. Listen to your update yesterday. Yes. Uranus. There's a real interesting video, guys, if you want to watch, from Pam Gregory. Speaking of Uranus, where she's interviewing somebody who did research on Uranus going out of bounds, meaning that it's swinging far north or far south, and watch what happens. Uranus is swinging out of bounds right now, and when it does so, World War I happened, World War II happened, Civil War happened, and now we've got what's going on favored in America there, and we'll put that into our ending circle and the group hug here. But so yeah, I would highly, and I'll dig around and maybe post that in the community tab there for today. But the video from Pam Gregory from a couple of like 2 weeks ago, where she interviews this, talking about the north, where Uranus, when it goes out of bounds, swings out of its normal boundaries, and it does a lot more to it. And that's just a real basic overdraft of what she's talking about, or overview of what she's talking. Things go haywire. We go haywire. And fortunately, it's on its last trajectory, as she's mapped it, of swinging out of bounds. So this, as our haywire starts to come down, but we're in another state that would mimic like World War I, World War II, astrologically, as far as you're moving out of bounds there and moving out of it. My sleep was not the best up late. My sleep was terrible. I made it home after a few almost crashing the car because it was like 1 a.m. from Red Rocks, 12:30. And by the time I got home, I fell asleep in the car when I actually pulled up in the parking lot. And then woke up at 3:30 and came into the apartment. And I didn't set my alarm, and gratefully woke up directly at 5:30. So it's only through the grace of God. Uranus is at the end of Taurus, I think, no. But yeah, I'm going to post that one video, and the astrology is definitely ripe. We're not going to give it any credence, but definitely ripe for fireful change, and we'll leave it at that. And so, yeah. And so thank you, guys. We're going to work with this real quick. This is Rainbow Fluorite, and then we will close out here with a group hug. Shouldn't take too much of your additional time after an hour here, but thank you, guys. I truly appreciate each and every one of you, and anybody who would want to help donate to my situation, I am grateful and blessed, and I'm blessed to each and every one of you. And I just hold that gratitude that things will change and things get better. And at least going and working at the concerts and stuff, I'm amongst people, and it feels better, and there are people to talk with at least. But yeah, it's when humans need contact, and yeah, had I known, in hindsight being 2020, never, not in a million years would I have moved out to Colorado, not for anything in the world. But yeah, it is what it is, and now we're here in the box, and that's like, how do we get out of this box and get to a universe full of love where I can see where I can be of help to my father? And if he had the money, he'd move me up there, but he doesn't. So, all right, guys, let's work with the Rainbow Fluorite. Let's bring up your creative juices. See what work in your root and sacral chakras to loosen them up so that you can create in your universe. So we'll ground into the Rainbow Fluorite here. And then from your end, we're going to close with a group hug. So energetics only works with your permission, of course. And so we will use the Rainbow Fluorite here. So here we go, guys. And of course, what are you looking to create in your universe? I'm looking to recreate my universe and kind of pick it up and drop it off in another place where I can be loving. I can cook meals for my dad and be of help and of love and in a place that's not so transient, where it's a lot easier to make friends too. Yeah, I didn't even talk to my neighbor, not once. Well, I talked to him a couple of times. Then he told me that he was upset that Trump wasn't 86th, that he didn't, and so I stopped talking to him after that. But he was like visibly angry and upset that the guy missed. And so once I realized those energies, and we're like, no, thank you. So yeah, and then he had gone on to say that well, we don't need to go there, but the rest of the R's could go in a sync with the. It's like we don't want to play those energies, so. Thank you, Adam. Blessings to you as well. All right, so we're clearing energies here. You may feel this in your root and sacral chakras. If you're looking to create something, you can ground that into the rainbow fluorite, and of course, like all of our crystals, the rainbow fluorite, like anything else here, generally came from Chloe's Crystals, which may be chloescrystals.com, or it may not be in the future. The name may change, but either way, the website itself will be up shortly. Grateful that we were able to help Chloe create an amazing universe there. Now I see a mime trying to get out of a box. There you go. All right, Scotty. All right, so on your end here, what are you trying to create grounded into the fluorite? And we're going to close this out here in a minute and do a group hug. Dutch Sense is amazing. Have you not seen Dutch Sense? YouTube isn't a big fan of Dutch Sense. Neither is a geological society, but he's spot on, and he will tell you. All right. Amy, good dawning. Oh my God, I've been looking for you all my life. You got me hooked. All right, Amy, welcome. Hey, Amy. All right, let's seal this off, guys. Boink. And for me, I'm looking to creatively bring up some finances. So what are you trying to create in your universe? For myself, I'm not trying. It's what are you creating or not? Do or do not, right? Exactly. We're like Yoda. There is no try. It's either do or do not. So in my universe, I am bringing up the funds to get out of here and move my universe forward and be of help to my father, and be of help to his girlfriend, who's really, it's not her responsibility to take care of my father. So there we go. All right, I love hummingbirds. Oh, wow. My friend left for Taiwan yesterday. Hope they are built structurally for earthquake. Ooh, favorite. All right. All right, guys. Thank you all for being here, and I appreciate it. And a peek into my universe. Yeah, so generally I'm a very happy, balanced guy, but yeah, I'm just giving it to you like it is. This is my universe. It's quiet, it's peaceful today. We'll go over to send me a favor. I'm going to go over to the potato shop and see what's what with them, and then go DoorDash and pay the rent. So yeah, grateful. Adam, did you see 5.9 earthquake? Yeah, Adam got it right. 5.9 earthquake in Taiwan. There's a lot in favor. We don't see this, but there's a lot who are predicting somewhere in the New Madrid area. And it's hard because if it's in Taiwan, then it's gonna the rebound, as Dutch Sense would say, might actually bring it back to the United States. So, Adam, funny you say weavers. I keep hearing dream weavers, spider and web. Seeing lots. My kids handed me a book on spiders yesterday. Oh, awesome. Sending positive energy to Josh and everyone. Oh, thank you. All right, so let's close this out with a group hug, guys. If you've not been with us before in a group hug here, this is kind of different. And energetics, just like we did with the rainbow fluorite here, works well through the internet, as you can see. So what we're going to do, guys, thank you guys so much for hitting the thumbs up on your way in today. Thank you, Hershey, for that. And yeah, all right, guys, here we go. All right, so we're going to close out with the group hug, and thank you all for being here. So take your left arm up and place your left arm on the shoulder to the person on your left, and your right arm to the shoulder on the person to your right. We're going to send loving energy out of our left hand here as we send that love and send our love to each and every one of us. It's going to come through. You'll feel it come through your right hand, right across your heart chakra, back out your left arm, and back and around again as we spin that love up. We spin up like a reverse tornado, and we connect our love to the greater source field, and we keep that love spinning up as we go here. We're connected and send it up. We see each and every one of us in the greater source field in love and peace. We see everybody out in the greater source field in love and peace. We see everybody in the greater source field with four walls. There's no reason why anybody on this planet should be living in a tree, in a knot in a tree, or in a cave, or under a bridge, or in a tent, or anything like that. Unless by choice, there's enough space and material to give everybody your standard 2-bedroom, 2,000 square foot home with an acre of land in Texas. Keep that in mind. Texas will fit everybody with an acre of land in a 2-bedroom home. That's every man, woman, and child. We don't have a population problem. We have a inner city density problem, but that's a whole nother deal. And exactly. And so we see each other in those homes with fresh fruits and vegetables. There's no reason why anybody should go hungry on this planet. Yes, 50% of all fresh fruits and vegetables never make it to market. They rot in the field, they get destroyed, what have you, but they never even make it to somebody's plate. If we did better management there is enough food to go around to give everybody enough to eat every day with no problem. Everybody should also have the ability to have fresh drinking water. There's no reason why anybody on this planet should be going down to a river or a creek or what have you, using a life straw out of a hole, whatever it is, to bring water up to their hut and then set it on piles of dung and then set the dung on fire and burn it for 20 minutes, boil the water for 20 minutes, and then turn around and wait for it to cool just to get a glass of water. When there's a box that you can place on a table, as long as you have 10% or more humidity, you can create water instantly. And of course, we could dig everybody a well just as well. So there's no reason why anybody on this planet should not have fresh, clean drinking water, as well as everybody on this planet should not love. There's no reason why anybody on this planet should not have a hug. There's no reason why anybody should, there's 8 billion different vibrations on this planet theoretically, and there's a lid for every pot, and everybody should be able to find a hug on this planet. And purpose as well. There's no reason why anybody should feel like they don't have purpose. Everybody is here with purpose on this planet for a reason. We're all like a puzzle that fits together. And anybody who says that they're not purposed or has no purpose definitely has purpose on this planet, for sure. We see each and every one of us here in our highest healing, loving light. We see Suzette going on respite with her mom, and her mom, of course, not unplugging the fridge at 3 a.m., and of course, her car repaired. We see Karen Suki not going to the doctor, and Estes anymore. We see Rick, who we haven't seen in a moment, not going back to his cancer doctor ever because he's 100% healed. Matter of fact, the doctor can't even figure out if he had cancer or not. We see Lindsay in her universe with an amazing new home, with amazing fresh fruits and vegetables and all kinds of awesome opportunities. We see Yolanda healed from her fall, standing and walking tall. We see Henny, who's looking for a new home, finding that new home or being able to stay where she's at in peace and love. We see Care Bear in her universe, healed, solid, stepped through the portal that she's walking through in her new universe, square, solid, and on her own. We see all of those out there. Anybody else who's having anything going on? We see Chloe with Chloe's crystals up and running, selling amazing amounts of crystals at an amazing price. And we see everybody out there in their universe, whatever's going on in their universe. We see love, we see peace, we see abundance. We see Mother Gaia with no X's nor O's in the sky. And of course, we see no plastics, forever chemicals in her water and on her land and in her skies as well. And we are seeing Josh living some, yes, we are seeing myself living in Chicago, being helpful. Thank you, Lottie. Loving and grounded into a universe of family and those who creating a situation, where I can clear the energy. Yeah, thank you. Grateful. All right, so we see each and every one of us in the highest loving light. We take our love from the greater source field, and we release that into the greater source field, and we let it go. We see, before we do though, we see California and America at peace. We see the world at peace. We see the governments of the world dismantling their militaries and releasing their soldiers and apologizing for all of those karmic years of manipulating energies. And we see America at peace. We see her finding her balance. We see her finding love. And we see Americans turning to each other and finding ways to unify, not ways to separate ourselves, ways to bring ourselves together as one, not ways to see ourselves as separate, and to cherish the country that we live in and not destroy it. So we see America at peace, and we say to all of you, hallelujah, there it is, and so it shall be. And we close out. Each one's a little different. So we close out for today. But yeah, see some peace in this country, see balance, see people getting along, and see those who would create purposeful division. Right, exactly. All right, guys, stay awesome. Remember, everything you do or don't do helps create your loving, living universe. If you're in a dark night of the soul, you release your darkness into the light. You step into your highest vibrating, loving light self. You release all of your dark traumas to your higher self, and you step into creating your loving, living universe from the light body. All right, guys. Have a day as amazing as you are, and I will see you all in the next. Next this morning is Victor, then Care Bear, then Krista or Blindly Inspired at noon. Care Bear at 8:30, Victor at 9:45. Well, these are my time. 9:45, 10:30, and then noon. So there we go. This afternoon, I don't know if anybody's specifically live. Who knows? Maybe I may go live. You never know. I'll take the gimbal out with me. But so yeah. So there we go, guys. Stay awesome. Stay beautiful. I love you all, and I will see you all in the next. Thank you. Thank each and every one of you. You guys are amazing. Together, we're going to, grateful, we're going to change the universe, right? Stay awesome, guys.